I didn't want to be a rock star, and I didn't want to be a movie star. No pictures, please. I want to be a health-based culinary expert, a cook star, and so can you. Hi, I'm Remy, and today on Cook Time, we're gonna prep and cook one of my favorite dishes called lemony rice with raisins. Okay, first things first. The #1 rule on Cook Time with Remy is that you always check with a parent or an adult before you start cooking. Next, it's very important to wash your hands before cooking any food. Okay, let's get started. Today, we're making lemony rice with raisins. Raisins are so good for you because they are concentrated with vitamins and minerals and energy. So, next thing we need to do is get our cooking pots, pans, and bowls. So, here I have my pan here and my spoon. We'll also need the ingredients used to make this delicious dish. So, we'll need to have parsley, celery, olive oil, onion, turmeric, raisins, lemon juice, chicken broth, cinnamon, rice, and of course some salt and pepper. Did you know that ancient Romans used raisins as a form of currency? Make it rain. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is saute our onions and our celery. So I'm going to add my olive oil in the pan. There you go. And then put our onions in there. This will smell really good. And then put our celery in there. Nice crunch to it. Those aside. Saute this. Turn this up on high. Let that saute for a little bit. There we go. And also, an interesting fact about raisins is that raisins were always present at the dinner table for President Washington. So now, I'm gonna go ahead and add my chicken broth. We're gonna be careful with this, it's gonna create some steam, probably cool down the pan a little bit. Next up, we're gonna add our rice. Put that in there. And then we have our turmeric. Okay. There we go. There we go. Next up, we have our cinnamon. And then lemon juice, nice citrus in there. And of course, our parsley, of course, freshness. And some salt. And some pepper. And then we're going to bring this to a boil. Stir it up a little bit. Make sure everything's all mixed together. Ooh, that cinnamon is really good and it smells really good. Another fun food fact about raisins is that the first baseball team in Fresno, California was actually nicknamed the Raisin Eaters. So that means they must have really liked raisins. Okay, looks like we brought it up to a boil. So I'm going to cover this and bring it down to a simmer. Oh, there we go. And we're gonna let that simmer for about 20 minutes. It's been about 20 minutes and let's check on our rice. Look, it looks nice, it smells really great. And so I think it's time to add the raisins. Go ahead and put those in there. And also, did you know in 1962, Scott Carpenter was the first person to eat raisins in space? That's pretty cool. Just saying. Let's get our raisins really mixed in. Oops, I'm creating a mess in the process. Now, we're going to plate it because presentation matters because we eat with our eyes. So, put some rice here, a bowl. Oopsie daisies, I lost some rice there. Let's get a big helping. There we go. Nice see the raisins in there. Adds a nice color because the turmeric adds like a really good vibrant yellow to it. There we go. Turn this off. And then you have your lemony rice with raisins. When you're cooking, it's always very important to make sure your ingredients measurements are right. Your ingredients should also be as fresh as possible so your food tastes the best. Remember the cook time rule. You should always include all 5 food groups whenever making each meal. Cooking is fun, and the food you make should taste good and be healthy for you. Now for my favorite part, the taste test. Raisins. This is really good. I love rice in like a ton of dishes, but I think the raisins add a really nice sweetness to it. All kids should lead a healthy, active, and nutritious life. And we all play a role educating young people about healthy choices, including the 16 million children at risk of hunger in the US. Join me, Sodexo, and our partners Share Our Strength to help raise awareness about the 1 in 5 kids at risk of hunger by joining the movement of Generation No Kid Hungry. Thank you for hanging out with me on Cook Time with Remy. See you next time when we'll be making another great recipe. Oh, we'll be making lemony rice with raisins. Okay, lemony rice with raisins. Okay. Yeah. Can I try to eat with my eyes? Like, just like do a bunch of blinking things. Oh, this tastes really good. Oh, wow.